Blackpink holds all the top three highest streaming debuts by female K-pop solo artists in Billboard 200 US history. Lisa Alter Ego with 23 million on number 3. Jennie's Ruby with 39.93 million on number 2. Rosé's Rosie with 43.85 million on number 1. Rosé's Rosie holds the record for the biggest on-demand streaming debut for any female K-pop act and K-pop soloist album in the US history. It has been officially confirmed that Jisoo will attend Dior's 2025 pre-fall collection show in Japan. This event will take place on April 15. Jennie became the first and only K-pop solo artist to achieve this achievement by staying in the top 10 for 3 consecutive weeks on the Billboard Philippines Hot 100 chart. Rosé APT with Bruno Mars is the #1 best-selling digital song worldwide in the first quarter of 2025, with 171K sold. APT by Rosé and Bruno Mars was the biggest digital sales gainer on this week's Billboard Hot 100, following its rise to 7 on the chart. Money by Lisa has reached 1.3 billion streams on Spotify, making it the most streamed solo song by a female K-pop soloist on the platform. Amortage by Jisoo has been certified one-time platinum on Circle for selling over 250,000 units in South Korea. Jennie's Ruby has become the fastest album by a female K-pop soloist to sell over 400,000 downloads in China. Jennie's song Like Jennie became the longest-staying song by a K-pop artist on the US Spotify chart in 2025, surpassing Extral. Rosé's Toxic Till the End has been certified gold in Canada for selling 40,000 units in the country, making Rosie the first album by a female K-pop soloist to have multiple songs achieving this. New Women by Rosalia and Lisa won at Hollywood Music Video Awards 2025 for Best Styling. Jennie has now surpassed 4.1 billion streams on Spotify across all credits. She becomes the first female K-pop soloist to reach this milestone. Hits Daily Double this week, Vibrators ranked the top musicians in their magazines. Lisa and Jennie are also added to the list. Lisa becomes the first K-pop soloist and K-pop female act to earn a singles certification from Amprophone in Mexico. Lisa covers Coachella 2025 Sahara playlist on YouTube Music with Rockstar at #1. Blackpink has now surpassed at least 30 billion plays on YouTube Music across all credits. Jennie became the first and only K-pop soloist to have 6 songs charting simultaneously for 1 month on the Billboard Global XL US chart. Jisoo has surpassed 600,000 copies sold on Circle chart. Jisoo has surpassed 2.1 million copies sold on Circle chart with all her albums. Best-selling album by female soloist on Circle chart. I Am Neon by Neon on #8. GU Zone on #7. Jisoo's Amortage on #6. Yuki One by Yuki on #5. Ruby by Jennie on #4. La Lisa by Lisa on #3. R by Rosé on #2. Me by Jisoo on #1. Lisa's New Women has now surpassed 300 million streams on Spotify. It's the second track from Alter Ego to reach this milestone. She also extends her record as the female K-pop soloist with the most songs over 300 million streams on Spotify with 5 songs. Ruby by Jennie becomes the fastest K-pop female act album to have 10 tracks, surpassing 20 million streams on Spotify. #1 Girl by Rosé has been certified gold in Australia, making Rosé the first female K-pop soloist in history to have multiple gold songs in the country. Jennie surpasses Jimin to become the second longest charting soloist on the Billboard Global 200 chart. Jennie joins Blackpink and New Jeans as the only female K-pop artist to spend more than 130 weeks on the Billboard Global 200 chart. Earthquake by Jisoo has now surpassed 60 million streams on Spotify. Rosé's "Toxic Till the End" to become the longest-charting solo song of all time by a female Korean soloist on the Billboard Global 200 chart surpasses Jisoo's "Flower". Lisa now ties with Jimin as the second K-pop soloist with the most songs over 300 million streams on Spotify. APT by Rosé is now the 10th most viewed music video by a K-pop act in history on YouTube, surpassing Blackpink's as If It's Your Last. Jennie has surpassed 266K followers on Engami, extending her on record as the most followed K-pop soloist of all time in the platform's history. Lisa's debut single album La Lisa has surpassed 3 billion streams on YouTube Music, remaining the most streamed female K-pop soloist album on the platform. A Loud official YouTube channel has reached 1 billion views overall in just 14 months. APT holds the #1 spot for a 7th consecutive week on the Billboard Canadian Hot 100, becoming the longest-running #1 of 2025 so far, breaking its tie with Die With a Smile. Rosie just made history. Her single APT is now the longest-charting song by any K-pop act on Billboard Adult Pop Airplay chart. Jennie will be releasing a remix to Like Jennie with Peggy Go on April 11. Rosie and Bruno Mars' "APT" remains at 4 on global Spotify chart with 4 million streams, while "Born Again" by Lisa, RAYE and Doja Cat re-enters the global Spotify chart at 176 with 1.2 million streams, and Jennie's "Like Jennie" is now the longest-running 2025 song by a K-pop act on the US Spotify chart, surpassing her on Extrel with Doja. Like Jennie has made it to 9 on this week's Billboard Global 200 chart, marking its 4th week in the top 10. This makes it the longest-running solo song in the top 10 by a K-pop female soloist, the longest-running solo song in the top 10 of the Billboard Global 200 by a K-pop soloist. Jimin's "Like Crazy" on number 5, Jennie's "Mantra" on number 4, Jungkook's "Standing Next to You" on number 3, Jennie's "Like Jennie" on number 2, Jimin's "Who" on number 1. K-pop female solo artist ranks highest on Billboard 200 in 4th week. Alter Ego by Lisa on number 4, I Am Neon by Neon on number 3, Ruby by Jennie on number 2, Rosie by Rosé on number 1. Rosé's Rosie remains the biggest 4th week and highest charting album by any female K-pop soloist in Billboard 200 history. No other was charting in the top 50 in its 4th week. Blackpink will kick off their unnamed 2025 World Tour at Goyang Stadium in South Korea, first girl group to do so this time, in a grander scale. Stadium concerts in the Los Angeles, Toronto, New York, Paris, and London were initially announced and sold out within minutes. Blackpink will leave a massive mark as the first K-pop girl group to perform at Goyang Stadium through performances held on July 5th and 6th. The scale of the show has been significantly expanded compared to their previous performances in Seoul. The White Lotus saw its highest viewership ever with the airing of the season 3 finale. The episode hit 6.2 million cross-platform viewers on Sunday, increase from the previous series high of 4.8 million viewers, set just a week earlier, surpassed last week's episode by 30%, 51% higher than the season 2 finale, the #1 title on Max every week throughout its entire season, both globally and domestically. Like Jennie by Jennie reached a new peak of #2 on Melon Top 100, becoming the first song by a K-pop female soloist released this year. Extrel music video has surpassed 50 million views on YouTube. It was the 3rd music video from the Ruby album to achieve this feat. Like Jennie reaches 45th on Billboard Japan Hot 100 chart, reaching the top 50, leveled up and reached a new peak. Damn Right became the first B-side track by a K-pop artist to surpass 24 million streams on Spotify in 2025. Jisoo was mentioned in WWD's article about Dior to hold Designer of Dreams exhibition in Seoul. Dior has staged a number of exhibitions in Korea and has further ramped up its visibility through its relationship with Jisoo, who in 2021 was named a global ambassador for fashion and beauty. Jennie is now the female K-pop soloist with the most songs, over 700 million streams on Spotify, surpassing Rosie and Lisa.